Well, welcome back to the Earth and Bloom channel. Today I want to go over a tool I think every farmer or every homesteader should have, and that's one of these. This is an old tire machine, so doing trailer tires, four-wheeler tires, all that jazz. You can do that on your own time. You don't have to waste a trip into town to go to a tire shop. So, like this is my float trailer. I put a nail in the other one last year. So then I put a plug in it just to get me by, but I'm able to get rubber and change it all myself when it's convenient, instead of having the trailer down for a full day going into town and whatnot. This is just a cheap secondhand one I found from an old bus depot. So today we're doing some four-wheeler tires. We got these ones. This is for my brother's UTV. Let me show you here. So we're going from the factory tread to these Zillas. We found them. So that's my brother's UTV. We're just switching the tires, and the factory even put one on backwards, so that one's on backwards. We'll make sure not to put this one on backwards. So all you need to run one of these is compressed air. You don't need a lot of air, because the main air system is for the braking beads, and just 110 power. So you can even just use a generator or a compressor generator, and you can do it off grid with one of these even. So the most important part is this bead breaker. If you're trying to do tires by hand, that's the hardest part, is breaking the beads, especially old four-wheeler beads or trailer tire beads that haven't been off for years and years. This comes in handy. So we'll show you switching one of these tires in real time, and then just time lapse the rest. So I got my air supply here. Need to plug the machine in. This one's got a few little leaks. That's why I don't leave it plugged in. There's no point in leaving it plugged in. So the machine will fill up with air. I got my compressor in another room, which I recommend too, then you're not in the shop. So the pedals activate the centers. This one needs a bit of wiggling. And then they come out, so I think you can do up to a 20-inch rim. So take all your air out, so you're at zero. And then just pop it. That's not the easiest thing to do by hand. That's the main reason I bought one of these. They're on there pretty good. So then to switch it, just put it in there. Once you got your bead broke, you'll make sure your tire's on, your rim is mounted center. Put this arm, there's a little knob at the back here, just so it's not touching. A little bit of lube never hurts nobody. Take your spoon, take your one hand, push down on this bead, up, and around. And then Get down to the bottom. Wrapping around. Machine's worth its weight in gold. So now to mount the new tire, make sure your rims are clean. These ones are pretty clean. They got a little bit of mud in there. Just get the dust off. There's a little bit of grime on this side. There, and make sure your bead's clean on your new tire. Lube her up. Lube up the inside of the outer. So the first rim, doesn't matter what way you put the rubber, you just gotta pay attention on the second. Just jam her home. Get that on. Put your arm back in. Make sure you're not scratching the rim. A little bit of lube. Then just send her home. This is the back one, isn't it? Might need to twist it by hand a bit. Mount up and just release it. Ooh. Dropping tools here. Then we'll just take our air hose from the tire machine. There's a pedal on the far side for it. These should bead up pretty easy. And there, it already took. You'll hear it pop twice. One more on this side. Right here. Here it comes. 3, 2, pop. And that's how you change a tire. So you can spend 6 minutes to change your tires, or our local shop would be $50-ish to do the 4. Plus you have to drive there, so an hour, 2 hours up there waiting back. So that's why I think a tire machine should be in everybody's shop. If you have a homestead, if you have a bunch of trailers, if you have a bunch of trucks. So it'll do basically all the off-road stuff. If you want to do your on-road cars, you'll need a balancer. If I have tires to mount on my truck rims, I'll just bring them in to get balanced. But I don't do that very often. I'm mostly doing trailers and ATV stuff. Just like that, with a little bit of sweat, a little bit of tears, you get some new tires right at home. It's not that bad. Pretty easy. Once you get used to using a tire machine, you'll have 5 minutes of tire. So we got some new rubber on this Prowler from my brother. And there's the old ones. These ones are pretty low ply. And that tread's not the best. Thanks for hanging out with us in the shop today. Stick around if you want to see more. We got planting coming up. Of course, more sawmilling, more firewood. Just a little bit of it all here. Thanks again. See you later.